If you are getting bloated from absolutely everything you eat, you are taking probiotics, you are drinking enough water, you are having enough fiber during the day, but you are still getting bloated, then this video is for you. And I know it from my personal experience, because when I was at the beginning of my path of learning nutrition, I bought a menu from a very famous nutritionist. And of course, it was full of salads, because salads are known to be very healthy for our gut system. But unfortunately, from the first day, I was so bloated that I was laying in pain in the bed. And from that day, I was getting bloated from absolutely everything I was eating. I was taking so many supplements and nothing was helping me. So I hope that what I've learned about the body and what helped me to get rid of this problem, it will help you as well. So I will talk about 10 problems, 10 things that we are usually doing wrong, and if you're fixing all of these 10 things, it might help you also in the situation that you are dealing with right now. My top priority is going to be the health, always. And I think that the most important thing that it's underrated, and it's going to be my top one in my top 10, and that's going to be go and be checked by the doctor, because you don't take the risk, you have to be safe. So go and insist on all of the tests that are necessary, because it can be your hormones, it can be your gut lining, it can be H. pylori, and the most important is for you to be safe and go and insist on all of the tests that are necessary for your body. And even if you are going to be tested positive for some of the things, it is really important to follow the other things that I'm going to say in this video. So stay with me to know what it is really important for your stomach and for your gut system. Second thing that I want to talk about is that we're not chewing our food properly. Our stomach doesn't have teeth to help us grind the food. We are usually watching a TV series or we are watching YouTube, we get distracted from our food and we are just swallowing big chunks of food that are not chewed properly, and that by the time can affect our gut system from a good functioning. So first thing, just go and pay attention when you are eating, how you are chewing your food. Third thing that we have to talk about is your position while you are eating. We're used to stay in bed, we're used to cross our legs or to stay like that. And that means that our stomach is compressed, our whole system, where our abdominal area is compressed, and the food can't be processed well, and you will feel a lot heavier after the meal. You'll feel bloated, you can feel constipated because the system is not working as it should be. Fourth thing that I want to talk about is that my biggest mistake when I started my health journey, it was to introduce raw salads. But if you introduce raw salads straight away, that means that your gut microbiome, it will not be able to digest that raw vegetables. Your entire system was used to digest processed foods, and it right now doesn't have the right bacteria and everything necessary to digest that raw vegetables. So even right now, if raw salads are giving you constipation and gut issues, switch to cooked vegetables and don't eat that much fiber. Introduce the fiber gradually in your diet. I know that it's really important to eat 25 to 30 grams of fiber every day, but don't do it. Introduce it very slowly into your diet so your gut can get used to the way of digesting that type of food. I really wish that a lot more people would talk honestly about the fifth thing that I want to introduce in my top, and that is that probiotics can actually give you more bloating than you have right now. And why is that? Because in your intestines are a lot of fermentation already going on. You have a lot of gas, but if you are introducing the probiotics in your diet, that can create even more bloating. So if they're, I know that they're really popular right now, that everyone has to take them, that they are really important for your gut system, but that doesn't mean that in your situation right now probiotics will help. I used to take probiotics for more than half a year and I wasn't seeing any results. My situation was getting even worse, and when I stopped taking them and when I was introducing the fiber step by step, cooked vegetables, that was actually helping my gut more than the supplements that I was taking. Another important thing when you change your diet, it is to introduce warm food and eat less cold foods. I know that right now it's very fancy to start your day with a smoothie in the morning where you add collagen and bone broth, but actually cold things can make your stomach tense. So cold foods are actually not very great for our system when our gut it's kind of damaged, I can say. So I was talking about changing your diet, because when you have gut issues, you have to look at your gut system differently. Try to start your day and eat actually during the day warm food, because all of our organs inside of us are very warm, and when you are eating something cold, it makes that cramps and our stomach can't relax and digest everything. So try to start your day with a warm glass of water to help our digestive system in the morning, and during the day also try to avoid cold things and introduce that warm cooked food. The sixth thing that I wanted to talk about is that we are not breathing correctly. Try to do a test. Put the palm on your chest, and if your palm goes up, if your chest goes up, and put something in your abdominal area. If your chest goes up more than your abdominal area, that means that you are not breathing with your diaphragm and you are breathing very superficial. Why is it important? When your diaphragm works, it does like a very intense and nice massage to your organs, and the food can go very slowly and be digested properly. So for your gut to be working properly, for you to understand, it is really important the circulation. It is really important for the food to go nicely in your intestines. If you're not breathing properly, it gets like blocked, it gets stopped, it can't work the way that it should be. There's two things that we have to talk about the pressure that we put on our digestive system. First of all is because of the tight jeans, high-waisted tight jeans or other tight clothes that create pressure in this area. Or the eighth thing that I want to talk about is about stress. Sometimes without even realizing it, you are in chronic stress that creates again pressure in this area. If you are, so this is what I observed after myself, what I was constantly seeing, that because I had too much stress, I was tightening everything inside me. So there was so much pressure there and I wasn't able to relax. So the first thing is try to not wear them so frequently. Try to wear clothes that give you more space, and try to observe by yourself if you are creating this tension tension without even realizing it. So we spoke about the tension that we create in this area by wearing tight clothes and because of a stress, but I want to talk more about the stress because I was a person that was constantly saying that stress is not affecting my health issues that I was dealing with until I bought a special bracelet. There are different types: rings, bracelets, watches, and after the day when I was looking at the data, it was showing me that I am constantly stressed during the day, and I understood that I have to sort it out somehow. When I studied it more and I was doing different exercises like breathing exercises, meditation, and I was doing things a lot slower than I was used to. This is when I felt that I'm able to control my stress level and I'm able to control my body. That gave me more peace, and that started to help my bloating as well. I was getting not that bloated during the day because of this little thing that can cause so much trouble, and that's stress. The last thing that I want to talk about that creates that tension is our posture. So I used to have a really bad posture from when I was a kid, and I was thinking that that affects only my headache and my just my posture, but it is not like that. So unfortunately, that posture that we have when we are sitting on our phone, we are watching constantly reels, Instagram and TikTok, when we don't have a correct posture working in offices on our laptops, that also creates a very big tension in our abdominal area. I want to talk about the 10th one, and that's about the food that we are eating. If you don't eat enough food that has vitamin A, that has enough glycine, zinc, that means that the body doesn't have enough vitamins and all of these things to repair the gut lining. So try to introduce, for example, organs or a bone broth that actually has all of that and helps our gut lining to repair itself. So you don't have sometimes to take any additional supplements because the food is enough. And I know how it is to have gut issues, to be bloated constantly. I was dealing with it at least for 3 years. I know people that are dealing with it for 10 years, 15 years, and I really hope that all of these of my advices will do an improvement and you'll finally see results.